Gang? What's up? It's been a long time since I recorded for you guys. But here lately, I've been taking a break. You probably can see. Gained a little weight back. That's what happens when you get off track. And when your consistency becomes inconsistency. But you know, it's all life, you know what I'm saying? It's either you get back up, try again. That's all you can do. But yeah, you guys, I'm coming to you guys on this beautiful day. I'm working. I'm out working, as you can see, I'm driving. I'm not holding the phone. I'm paying attention to what's going on the road. But anyway, I just wanted to take a quick moment to share with you guys my life experiences. Not life experiences, but my trucking experience. It's been going almost 10 years now. And I've been trucking legally about 10 years. Kinda got in the game like 2007. 2006, 2007. I think that's when the recession hit down in Mississippi, state of Mississippi that year. I was filing into currently losing my job. I was working for a company called Whirlpool, and I lost my job over there for apps. Currently, at the time, I wasn't living in the area at the time. Work schedule was just so crazy. It got so crazy. I started working 12 to 14 hour days, you know, just overtime. And some days I wasn't able to make it, you know, all the way back home. I stayed like an hour away, you guys. I stayed an hour away. And then the winter months rolled around. It was some days I was late getting to work, could not get to work, late getting to work. It was just a lot, you know what I'm saying? But to make a long story short, you know, it was bound to happen into whichever direction I was rolling in at the time. I worked for the company for like 3 years. Started out on production on a production line, and then they moved us over to warehousing, where we was a little bit too fast for production. So it was 4 of us, and they moved us to an area where we were more useful, you know, to the company. So basically they just moved us because we were just too fast. But anyway, I gave them 3 years. 3 years of my hard-earned life in the work field. All right. So like I said, moving forward, recession hit 2007, and I had got the news that I had, you know, got called to the office, and she sat down, and my supervisor came and told me. She was asking me why didn't I say anything, you know, to her about my points. When I told her I didn't think it was relevant because, I mean, I was working so much, you guys. I was working so much. So, you know, you can only get so many points and clock out and all this crazy stuff. So, you know, me personally, you know, I'm not really a clock person, or, you know, I don't like being on nobody else's time clock, put it like that, time clock. But I'm very consistent. It's just the job. You know, I knew I could do more. So I mean, like I said, you know, it was in the fields for it to happen. It was time for me for bigger and better things. So I'm grateful for that. I said, went on into 2007, recession hit. I took the leave. I think I was unemployed for like a year, and I drew unemployment for a whole year. And I think I went back to school for maybe like a semester or something, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something with business. And I went into that, and at the time, you know, it just wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't the right time. Like you guys, it was not the right time, you know. take into consideration I had bills. I had just bought a car, brand new car. I had just bought my first motorcycle. I had bills, you know what I'm saying? So at the time, school wasn't the right thing for me to do at the time. So I had to figure out something quick, something I can get into to make money. And one day it just popped in my head. It was like, oh, get your CDLs, you know how to shield, so go get your CDLs. So I'm thinking to myself, I didn't think I had it in me, you guys. And long story short, like I said, I went to the Truckers Academy. I sacrificed everything I had. If it wasn't for my parents, I don't know where I would be. A few close friends, I don't know where I would be. But yeah, it took me like 4 months to go through the schooling. 4 weeks, 4 months. 4 weeks to go through the schooling and whatnot. I got past it, tested out. Hey, I had my license, you guys, and by a long shot, it just kept progressing, and here I am, 2019. I'm still trucking out here, you know what I'm saying? It's been 10 years. So, people are always asking me, how did I get to this point? How was I able to maintain and sustain this work field, and first and foremost being a woman. You guys, honestly, I'm not saying I didn't have a choice, but at the time it was just what it was. I stuck with it. It grew on me, and I love it. I got a heart for it. You know what I'm saying? So, you never know, what type of turns you're going to take in life. You know what I'm saying? And what life is going to throw at you. You just never know. So, trucking, man, it's my heart. It's my world. I love it. I started out, with a big company, maybe for like a month, and I turned the keys in. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like how they were compensating me or how they were treating me. Just in the first 2 weeks. And I know a little ropes of the game. You know what I'm saying? I had my dad drove for over 30 years. I was reading maps. You know what I'm saying? At 10 and 12, I was reading a road atlas. I was reading their atlas. And doing paperwork, drawing lines, law booking and stuff. Like my dad was teaching me all this stuff. Never knew why or what was the purpose. Well, I just knew that I was getting, but he was paying me a little money just to do paperwork and read stuff. So it just, as a kid, it just grew on to me. I had no idea that I had a heart for it until I literally got out and experienced it for myself, and I just stuck with it. To be honest, I've never had any accidents out here. Never had any tickets out here. I have nothing. My CSA score is 0. I have a 0. Zero. I leave it like that, and my license is my life. So I can't play around with my CDLs, man. Can't nobody take them away from me. The only way they can, get provoked or something happens, and it's I mess them up. So now I don't play around when it comes down to my license. So just getting out here, man. Just staying dedicated to the game. You know what I'm saying? Never let the bad things get the best of it. We have our good days, we have our bad days out here, but most of the time, our good days outweigh our bad days. So, with all the new upcoming, the new technology and stuff like this, when I came into it, I was running logbook. It was no such thing as ELDs. It was such thing as ELDs. I'm sorry. Most companies didn't enforce the rules for ELDs. And it so happened at the time with me, I've never driven for a big company. So, that kind of like, puts me out there like, okay, whatever, I'm still old school just a little bit. But when I did come into ELDs, it took me a while to get used to it because it cuts into the money that you're accustomed to making and into the runs you're accustomed to doing, because I was doing 4,200 miles a week. I was doing that, And but you know, it had got so bad out here, just far as with safety wise. You know, these guys, they don't, you know how to pull over and go to bed. You know, don't understand the meaning of life. You know, it's not all about money. Get you some sleep, get you some rest, man, for yourself and the next person's sake as well. But when I did run into ELDs with a company that I ran for out of my home area, like I said, I've never driven for big companies, so you know, that on that, just preference wise. But once I got to hang up ELDs, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad, but it took me a while to get used to it. But when you sit back and let the computer do all the work for you, you know, you kind of get spoiled with that. And hey, it's just what it is. But I enjoy my time out here on the road. I work 5 days a week. I'm off on Fridays and Saturdays. Those are my off days. I'm back out here on Sundays. Sunday through Thursday I work, but I'm at home every other night, so I can't complain about home time because it feels like I'm just like really just working a local job, which are really nice. Kind of it's semi-local, but I get paid pretty good, so I can't complain about that. But you know, this is my last company that I would employ. This is my last time being an employee of an employer. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's bigger and better things out here for me to get into. And like I said, I've already spoke that into existence. You know, this was my last year just working for anybody else because I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? But I really do appreciate all the experiences and all the knowledge that I have gained out here for the past 10 years. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And I'm still learning every day, you guys. I don't know everything, but I'm still learning every day. So, to answer some of you guys' questions about how I came into trucking, it didn't fall out my lap. I worked hard for it. I sacrificed a lot of things for it, and I got it hard for it. That's all I can tell you, man. And everything else, you know, it goes up from there. Everybody is different. Everybody is different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? But I don't encourage anybody that wants to get out here, you know what I'm saying, and get into this thing. You know, hey, it's more people, the more merrier, you know what I'm saying? Would love to get more women out here on this road. Would love to get a whole lot of more women out here on this road. I was a trainer for 2 years before I moved to Dallas. I was a trainer for 2 years at a company by choice. Everything I do in life is by choice. I train women. All women, that's how they would let me train, was women. But my area was the NY. I ran East Coast a lot. I ran the East Coast every week. West, I didn't do West. It's too far, too long. You know, with the ELDs now, it just takes too long to get out there. And the only way I would go out there if I had my own equipment. You know, I need 100% revenue on everything that I make if I was to ever run Cali. So I don't run Cali. Like I said, East Coast was my area. Really basically an area where I was taking all my students to get, you know, the training, to get the ropes of how things actually work with traffic, with snow, rain, you name it. I was doing it all. You know, it was a lot of truckers that wasn't, a lot of people that I worked with, co-workers that wasn't comfortable running that area because. If you guys ever been to New York City, you know how narrow the roads are, and it just looks like trucks do not belong there, period. But we have to go down through those one-way streets and alleys as well as cars do, or bobtail trucks do, or flatbed hotshot trucks do, or whatever, you know. But it's very challenging, you know, going down through there. But another thing, this is another reason why I was able to stick with trucking, stick with the game. Another reason is I've always put myself in positions, to hard positions, to where I had to maneuver my way out of things. You know, I didn't want the easy route out. You know, don't give me the easy runs. I want to take the runs that nobody else want to take. You know, I've ran Queens, I've ran the Bronx, I've ran Manhattan, I've ran the, Rhode Island, I've ran it all. You know, Massachusetts, I've been all up and down through there, you guys. When I say I've been down up and down 95, I've been there, literally. And it's been days, you know, bagging. You know, at the time when I first started trucking, you know, bagging come with time. There's some way I taught myself. The school taught me the basics, and I actually got out here and I taught myself how to the proper way to bagging. And not to say the easiest way to bag and the hardest way to bag. I always put myself in those hard positions. This is why I ran New York a lot, because everything is so tight. You know what I'm saying? You bagging in from the road. You need help, guidance. You know what I'm saying? On every angle of this truck, I put myself in those positions. So when I'm bagging in, you got to think about all these cars blowing their horns and they zooming past you. You know, when you're trying to bag in, and you know they just don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's just New Yorkers. They don't care. It's just a one man show there. They are all for themselves. So I honestly just think they're just how they are as people. So I just learned how to deal with them. But anyway, bagging comes with time, and I put myself in that position to where everything was always hard. I didn't give myself a lot of room to bag, you know, because 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna have all this space. You know what I'm saying? For a 53-foot trailer and a truck, you know, you're not gonna have that space. So you're gonna have to learn how to maneuver, cut corners, how to learn how to cut your wheel. Drive the truck, not the trailer. I taught myself that, and it is a true statement, you guys. Drive the truck, not the trailer. Every time. These mirrors, they're your best friend. Your best friend. And if you pay attention to these mirrors, get out and look. I don't care if you got to get out and look 100 times, you know, for you to get it right. You get out 100 times and you look until you get it right. Don't worry about the next man. Don't worry about the person that's blowing that horn. They're either going to wait or they're going to go around, you know. So whatever on that, I had to learn patience. Had to learn that. I'm not on nobody else's time. I'm doing this. If I mess up my CDLs, that's my ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, never worry about the next man. Do what you got to do. Never be in a rush, in a hurry. You'll get there with time. So, bagging comes with time. That's what a lot of people, they get scared when bagging comes. They have to bag this truck in. You know, it takes a lot of practice, you guys. And it's just timing. The efforts and time. So, that's how I was able to stick with trucking. The older I get, it's just, you know, it becomes more of like a task, and I still got a heart for it. I'm just blessed, you guys. I am so blessed to be in a industry that will forever make money, will forever be around, forever be a hustle. It's just what it is. Trucking is fun. You know, for you guys that love to drive. Now, when I first got out here and started driving, with my driving experiences, I think there were no automatics. There were no automatics when I started. If it was, I didn't know anything about them. All I knew was 8, 10, 13, 11, 13, and 18 shift. That's all I knew. Those are only gears that I knew. So once all this automatic stuff started coming into play, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like, you know, I had got so used to, you know what I'm saying, just shifting. It just, I had to get used to that too. So, you know, everything come with change, you know. You just got to be willing to make that change along with change. So here I am, man. I made it up to Muskogee, Oklahoma, to drop and hook, and I'm headed back home. Just doing a 500-mile run, round trip. I'm headed back home. So normally I do 1,000. I do 1,000 one way. So not one way. I do 500 miles one way. You know, you got to take that 10-hour break. I had to get used to that as well. Taking a 10-hour break. 10-hour break, no split sleepers. I don't do split sleepers. sleepers unless it just all depends on the situation. But I always do 500 miles down on Sunday, further south Texas, as far as like McAllen, Texas, all far Texas. I'll go down there, and my load is not ready until the next day, which is that Monday morning. So Monday morning I get down Sunday night, do my 10-hour break. Monday morning I'm up, 10-hour break is up, I'm ready to ride, drop hook, and I'm headed back to Dallas. So everything is kind of like drop a hook for me, and I'm at home every other night, and I'm off on Fridays and Saturdays, and I work Sunday through Thursday. That's all I do for right now. I never had to stay out. And tell you about the home time thing. When I was over the road, I never had to stay out 2 weeks at a time. That was another something, I never had to do that. It was always a hustle, like I said. I got a lot of my container experiences. I got them out of Memphis, Tennessee, like 4 years. Drove 4 years there in Memphis. Like I said, this is where I got a lot of my rail yard container experiences. And that's what I'm currently doing now. I currently work for a company that hauls containers. So that's basically that on that. And hey, it's trucking, man. The job that makes the world go around. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. On what I do on a daily basis, except on Fridays and Saturdays. I stay home and enjoy my family and my wife, and just do what we do, and it is what it is. That's my occupation. Alright, you guys, it's gonna wrap it up. It's just Walker. Walker is the name, you know what I'm saying? It's what they call me. It's what they call me out here on the resort. But back at home, they call me Too Bad. Too Bad, woo bad. Nobody really knows my legal name. Nobody knew my name when I graduated. People asking me, what's your real name? Put my name on envelopes and stuff for graduation gifts. Nobody knew my real name. Besides, my last name was Walker. I was Walker. So where I come from, I was related to everybody where I live. So once again, it's me signing out. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys, I'm just vlogging. It's nothing special, like how all the other YouTubers are. I haven't gotten to that stage, to that point yet of vlogging, but I'm getting there. So let me get myself together. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and I appreciate the subscribers that I already have. People, I don't even know who you guys are, but I appreciate you for subscribing to my little channel. You guys inspire me to. When I look, one more thing before I go, you guys. I actually something told me to look at my life, because I'm always on YouTube. It's always looking at new things, and YouTube is kind of is my best friend. I barely even watch TV, so YouTube is kind of like my TV. But anyway, something told me to go look at my library, look at my channel. I said, just to see how many people had watched the videos that I have posted. I was just doing what I was doing. Just turned on the camera, just started talking. So I looked at the subscribers, and it showed 5. I was like, what? Okay. I said, okay, gotta celebrate, be grateful for the 5. It's not like I'm the highest paid YouTuber out here, but hey, I appreciate the 5 with you guys, whoever you are. Hopefully you'll continue to watch me as I grow here on this channel. Most likely I might do another channel, which me and my wife might start, vlogging and, my days off doing things together, but I don't know yet. But I wanna help people and help people grow, in places, or if they have any questions for me about the occupation that I do, if anything I can help anybody with, some encouragement, because I'm always needing encouragement myself, and I have to encourage myself. So, that being said, I appreciate you 5 subscribers, and I hope I get 5 more subscribers, and 5 more subscribers, and 5 more subscribers. And then, hey, we'll just grow this page together, you guys. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you a little bit what you want to know about me. Whatever you want to know, whatever you want to hear, just hit me up. Just hit me up in the description box below. And I'm out of here. Chill.